Lomachenko to step aside? Where did this come from? Let's dissect it.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the live is one in the six. Fit the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. So an article came out on Boxing Scene. I'll put the link in the description so you can read it yourself. I'm gonna read to you what it said. It said Vasily Lomachenko to step aside so Gervonta Davis can fight Shakur Stevenson. And it was weird to me. And I'm like, where did they get this from? I'm gonna read a little bit, and we're gonna dissect it because basically it seems that, you know, when you first read this, it seems that they're doing everything that they can to pave the way for Vasily Lomachenko to become the next undisputed champion at 135. I've said this before and I stand on it. Lomachenko has gotten more opportunities between Devin, Shakur, and Tank. Loma has the most losses. He does. He has the most losses. But he has the most privilege. I really wish the Tank fans and the Shakur, I don't know if Shakur even has any fans after the performance last night and how he's being treated. I'm wondering where they at. He pitched a shutout and people can't stand him. I don't know what that's about, but that's another topic. But I'm on this Boxing Scene. This was July 7th. They put this out. And it says, according to Kenny Ellis, that's where it came from. All right. He says that Shakur could be next for Tank Davis. Now, the first thing I noticed when I read this article, it says by who? Boxing Scene staff. So there's no name on it. It says it was reported that Vasily Lomachenko, the IBF lightweight champion, was in talks with Davis, the WBA belt holder, according to regarding a unification contest. But according to Ellis, the Ukrainian veteran is plotting a more direct route to the lightweight supremacy. Now, this is what they're saying in this article. So when people come to my comment section and they go to these other spaces, they're coming armed with information like this. Where'd you get this from? Boxing Scene. Who wrote it? Boxing Scene staff. Wow. It says here, Lomachenko said he will step aside and let Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson fight this fall, and he'll fight the winner in early 2025. Ellis said on Instagram. I didn't see it. I didn't see that. Now, this was written on July 7th, y'all. It says here, given Lomachenko's age, one might presume he'd be better off fighting the likes of Davis sooner rather than later. However, with Stevenson holding the WBC title, Lomachenko could fight for 3 belts rather than 2 if he waits a little longer. Furthermore, should Davis defeat Stevenson, he'll be an even more marketable foe for Lomachenko than he is at present. And should Stevenson win, Lomachenko gets the chance to repay the American for the last night wearing the shirt. Y'all remember the shirt? They're talking about the shirt he wore. That Shakur wore. Bob is saving his son from this behind whooping. We all saw it because we know that Shakur wants to smoke. Now, this was one article. All right. Now, no one put their name on it. It's on Boxing Scene. Okay. So now I'm going to another interview on the same day. Boxing Scene. Who wrote this? Lance Pugmire. Y'all know that name. It says here, published on the same day, but now there's a name on it. 3-division champion Vasily Lomachenko of Ukraine is traveling to the U.S. this week for a briefing on negotiations on his next bout from top-rank chairman Bob Arum and the fighter's manager, Aegis Klimas. Arum told Boxing Scene on Sunday. So I'm confused. This is the same site with two conflicting articles on the same day. And some of you guys get mad at us on YouTube. A lot of us talk to these guys. You get mad at us when we say, hey, look, this is what I have on the inside. Oh, where'd you get this? Or who you know and whatever. I get mad at Blue Blood. I get mad at me. You get mad at 78. All I say is, yo, remember who I talked to. So we have two articles on the same website, written on the same day. One says boxing scene staff. The other one says Lance Pugmire. At least we know who Lance Pugmire is. It goes on to say, the representatives of Team Lomachenko and fellow 3 division and current lightweight title holder Tank Davis have been engaged in negotiations over a unification bout by year's end. Aram said he visited with Clemus at his Southern California restaurant on the 4th of July evening. He was informed that Lomachenko, 36, coming to the U.S. to discuss the Tank fight. Lomachenko has sought a Davis bout for more than 5 years. That's real talk. The veteran fighter claimed the IBF lightweight belt may be stopping a former unified champion, George Kambosos. He claimed the belt by beating George. He knocked him out. He stopped him with a body shot, if I remember correctly. Very impressive win. Fine. All right. Aram and top rank executive Carl Moretti both poured water on the recent Instagram post by Davis co-trainer Kenny Ellis, speculating that Lomachenko will step aside. What it sounds like is Kenny, and listen, I need you Tank fans, because I know y'all know I don't deal with Tank. But these aren't my words. So of course Kenny is gonna say, yo man, Loma's gonna step aside. We want that Shakur smoke. In this same article, it states that Loma's been pursuing Tank for 5 years. So here we go again with Tank's team avoiding Lomachenko, trying to get a Shakur. It's right here in black and white. I'm dropping both links in the description. You can read both of them. These are not my words. So when we say, yo, man, has Tank been ducking Lomachenko for 5 years? The answer is yes. Loma's flying over to California, or whatever it says here. You can read it yourself. No, it said Bob flew to California, but Loma is looking to make this fight happen. Did he not call Tank the king of Twitter? That's what he called him. So I'm asking you, why would Kenny say that out loud? For boxing scene staff to say, oh, Loma's going to step aside. He's going to step aside. Aram just said, no, it's not what's happening. Kenny Ellis is speculating Loma to step aside. No. Loma hasn't said that. So that gives me more reasonable cause to believe that Team Tank don't want this Lomachenko smoke. Why, man? I'll let y'all figure that out. Y'all want Shakur? Y'all think Shakur's food. I get it. Y'all don't think Lomachenko's food. But what did I say? They're paving the way for this dude, Lomachenko, to be undisputed at 135, man. You got Shakur, you got Tank. He's not fighting both, y'all. He's not fighting both. Loma wants that Tank smoke. He thinks he could beat him. He always thought he could beat him. And the fact that now we're looking at Kenny Ellis talking about Lomachenko will step aside. Bob Arum is saying, rubbish, nope. 27-year-old Stevenson, 3-division champion, 2016 Olympic silver medalist. That was something, right? He schooled Artem Saturday night. And he's catching hell, ain't he? Says, let's not jump any guns. These guys make ish up, in reference to Ellis' post. I'll say it one more time. Let's not jump any guns. These guys make ish up. Bob Arum said that. Moretti added, so some bucket career is saying Loma doesn't want the fight now. Make it make sense. You see what I'm saying, y'all? All of this Tank is ducking Loma. This is self-inflicted. Now y'all starting to see. pay attention, Tank fans. Pay attention, Shakur fans and Haney haters. At the end of the day, when it comes to Vasily Lomachenko, all of you are the N-words that Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez have called you. Tank didn't take care of the Lomachenko business 5 years ago, and now he's still here. Now you got Kenny Ellis talking about, oh man, Loma gonna step aside so we can fight Shakur because Shakur pitched a shutout and it's a great match, and people think Shakur could beat Tank. Sounds good, but you guys are nothing compared to White Jesus, Vasily Lomachenko. All of you have turned the villains just now, right in front of us. Shakur's getting dragged. He's been on Twitter since Sunday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning. It's now Wednesday, and he's fighting with strangers on Twitter. Cameron and Mace, they're going back and forth. Ryan and T.O. laughing at the whole community. Now Kenny Ellis is saying, yo, man, yeah, Loma gonna step aside so we can fight. And Bob Arum is like, not so fast, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He's been chasing this boy for 5 years. Make that make sense. Now look at this article. It says, while Stevenson has struggled to draw fans with his defensive style, the two-time Olympic champion Lomachenko has engaged in a series of high-profile bouts, starting with his title fight in just his second bout and extending through major fights against world titleists Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. Both fights in which he's lost, but somehow people see more value in Vasily Lomachenko. Do you stupid Negroes get it yet? Do you understand? Is any of this making sense? Look, listen, man. Listen. Y'all say and do what you want. Everything that I said is turning out to what? B. Come on, man. They're talking about Cepeda in this article, man. I'm going to put it in. You read it for yourself, man. They'll throw Williams Cepeda in the mix before, man. Oh my gosh. This is all. You guys are not going to get it, are you? You guys are never going to get it. You guys are never going to get it. Tank fans, Shakur fans, Haney haters. The world has stopped. Kenny Ellis, with this article, the truth in this article, they're telling you how they're coming. Kenny Ellis is like, forget that. Loma's going to step aside. He'll step aside so that Shakur can fight Tank. And you know what they're saying? That doesn't make any sense. And they called him a bucket carrier. My bad. They called Kenny Ellis a bucket carrier. What did I say earlier? Bucket carrier, excuse me. He said, so some bucket carrier is saying Loma doesn't want the fight now? Make it make sense. That's what they called him. Some bucket carrier. They called Kenny Ellis a bucket carrier. That's what they called him, y'all. Link will be in the description. You can read it yourself. So some bucket carrier, talking about Kenny Ellis, saying Loma doesn't want the fight now. Kenny Ellis said Loma's going to step aside so Tank and Shakur can get it on. Hey, Kenny, Coach Kenny, you're now a bucket carrier. So now they're firing shots at you. Now, Kenny, why would you say that Loma needs to step aside so you could fight she could fight Shakur? Why would you say that? Because you know what's coming now. You've already ducked Lomachenko for what, 5 years? And watch this. When Devin went to 140, that was a time for Shakur and Tank to unify right there. Y'all didn't even speak to each other. So Shakur has an outstanding performance against a guy he was supposed to beat. Now y'all want to run and get Shakur, but Loma's in your face? Here you guys go again. And you wonder why. See, don't get mad at me. When I call this stuff out, I'm not making it up. Fight Shakur for what? Y'all don't want to get Lomachenko out the way? Why? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Well, link will be in the description, man. Y'all do what y'all want with the information, man. You black fans are disrespecting yourself. You paint yourself in the corner. The reality is, Lomachenko was supposed to get dealt with. The man lost his second pro fight. Y'all supposed to keep your foot on his neck and get him out of there. Instead of people saying, hey, our job is to keep Lomachenko down, you got stupid idiots talking about our job is to keep Devin down and putting it in the super chat. But that clown don't count either. He's not black. But y'all let him say that, though, for your unconditional hate for Devin Haney. Meanwhile, they're just waiting for Tank to fail. They're just waiting for Shakur to fail. Because you see the man on the far right? With that smile, they want all 4 belts around his bird chest and him celebrating with that flag just like that. Screwed up black Americans that that represent this country. They don't care. Keep telling you these people are symbolic, but y'all go ahead and do what y'all want, say what y'all want, and feel how you want. I see the play. It's a shame a lot of y'all don't. Bronx on deck.
Move!